Hello everyone, this is False Mind Reads here, and today I have a video, and I want to ask you a question. Does this, what I'm about to show you, bother you? Right? So we have my copy of Dancer's Lament, and it is a Bantam mass market paperback edition. Okay? So that's this is the second book in the series that I actually bought, and I ordered 3 online, bought 1 in store. So I got this one. And now we have the Dead House Landing. And let's just compare those. They don't match, right? But they're still Bantam editions. Okay. I mean, you know what? I can get down with that. Now here's the most egregious one. I don't know how and why this happened. Callanved's Reach. This is a Tor trade paperback edition of Callanved's Reach. Now let's compare it to the other 3. It's like a Pokemon evolution, right? Except Pokemon evolutions are supposed to make you feel good, and this just kind of makes you feel gross. You know what I mean? And as if it couldn't get worse. This is my copy of Forge of the High Mage, and it is a Penguin copy, which, you know what? I will give it this. It matches the Dead House Landing copy, except for the fact that it's a penguin and not a Bantam. But when it's all on my shelf, I guess it's not on a shelf, but when it's all on the ledge over there, or right here, it looks like this, right? So I'm gonna answer my own question. It doesn't bother me. This doesn't bother me. Well, okay, this egregious, maybe a little bit, right? But I'm not gonna buy and search and hunt down other editions of these books unless mine is actually falling apart. I don't really care. You know what I mean? Just doesn't bother me. What's another good example? Here's another good example. These are my 2 Ken Follett books in mass market. And the rest of the series is huge like this. So on a shelf together, it looks like that. Doesn't really bother me, personally. What's another thing? Ooh, one thing that kind of does bother me. The Sprawl series by William Gibson, right? Great, I love this series. Great books. So you have, I thrifted these 2, Count Zero and Neuromancer, and they're like classic paperbacks. They're good quality. The ink doesn't smudge too much. And then you have Mona Lisa Overdrive, which is new. The spine, these ones bend, right? This one cracks and breaks. This book is basically about to fall apart. And then you have this, which is my Burning Chrome copy. One of the worst books I've ever bought. It's just this weird, this is a normal, I don't know how you call that, kind of glossy texture, I guess. And this one is kind of just matte. It's not glossy at all. It just feels a bit gross to hold. And on top of that, the edges of the book peel. And here's another thing that bothers me. So bring out my copy of Stone Wielder here to show you. Yeah, look at that. The cover, the whole cover is coming off this book. Come on, why would you ever make that? Why would you ever make that? Another thing. Well, we're complaining about Novels of the Lion Empire books, right? Here is Return of the Crimson Guard. Now, the cover isn't coming off, but the plastic sure is. The plastic. That's also happening to my volume 1 of Chainsaw Man. The plastic's coming off of it. But at least it's not the entirety of the cover. the hell? Yeah, I just need to complain a little bit. Do these things bother you, like as book people? Because oh man, a little bit. Like I think the one that really bothers me the worst is these two. The inconsistent sizes don't bother me that much. Like again, if it's egregious, I could do without it, but whatever. And then the brittle paperbacks, the new paperbacks that are like not even meant to be read. They're meant to be like, oh yeah. Like you're barely holding it. Like, instead, I wanna open my books. You know what I mean? I wanna be able to open my books and read my books. I don't want to have to be like, oh I can see the pages. It's fine. No, open my books. Yeah. Or like the matte finish and kind of like, oh also, talking about that. That's what that looks like on a shelf. I put this one because when it's on the shelf, it's up against Do Andrews Dream of Electric Sheep and Children of Time. So this one actually fits better, even though technically all the short stories in Burn and Chrome that happen in Sprawl go before Neuromancer, so it should go there. I have a little bit of integrity, right? Oh, another thing, right? Double stacking shelves. I have to do it because I'm running out of space. Does that bother you? It doesn't bother me, like, at all. Like, the worst part about it is sometimes I forget what books I have back there, and then I open it up and I'm like, no way, I have a copy of this? Like, I'll never buy a new copy, but like I'll be like, oh yeah, I have to read that. Like one thing for me is Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn. I want to read that like next year, and that's behind there. It's Behind the Way of Kings. It's the Magician series, and then there's Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn, which are 2 trilogies that I have 4 books of, which is just funny. Yeah. That's all I had to say, so I guess I'm gonna have to end the video.